Hi, I'm Erin with Girlz N Guns. You may have just recently purchased your first firearm and you may be a little bit afraid of it. If you haven't had any training, I'm going to start with the 3 basic safety rules that everybody should know. Let me just explain that this is a training tool. It is a blue gun. It is a piece of plastic. It is not real. Having said that, I'm still going to try to follow the safety rules unless I'm demonstrating bad behavior. So the first thing is, this gun cannot fire unless something presses the trigger. Whether it be your finger or some other thing, this gun will not fire unless the trigger is depressed. So, having said that, this is where your finger goes, right alongside of the gun, making contact straight against the side of the gun. Try to avoid letting your finger slip down here because it's just too close to the trigger, okay? So we would like you to keep your finger straight up here, making contact. Try to avoid this. We don't want to see any skin showing through the trigger guard. If you're in my class, you might have heard me say every time I see skin or your finger on the trigger when it's not supposed to be, that you owe me $1. Okay, so that's rule number 1. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Rule number 2, always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. So, in my house, I'm going to pick up the gun with my finger off the trigger. I'm going to point it this way. There's a wall right next to me. So, what's on the other side of that wall? Is there another room on the other side of the wall? Is there a family member in there? These are the kinds of things I want you to consider. What is that wall made of? Is it going to stop the bullet? Is it going to ricochet? Okay, so think about this when you're thinking if that's a safe direction. If I point the gun up, same thing. What's that ceiling made of? Is this bullet going to go through that ceiling? And if so, is there something up there that I'm not willing to destroy? Then maybe I need to reconsider that as my safe direction. If I'm outside, and I might think that's a safe direction, but I also want you to think about where that bullet's going to go. What goes up must come down. And is it going to come down on something that you are willing to destroy? What if I point it down? Same thing. What's down? Do you have a basement? What's that floor made of? Is it going to ricochet? So I think you get the idea. You need to really think about what your safe direction is depending on where you are in your house. Everybody's circumstances are different. If you're on a range, the only safe direction is directly in front of you, downrange. Rule number 3, always assume all guns are loaded. Always assume all guns are loaded. This is a gun, I assume it's loaded. Even if I just unloaded it 2 minutes ago, I still assume that it's loaded. You walk into a gun store, you assume every gun in that store is loaded. If somebody hands you a gun and tells you, I just unloaded it, it's unloaded, no matter how much you love them or trust them, you just check and verify that the gun is unloaded yourself. We'll go over that in a future video, so don't worry. So that's it. Those are the 3 rules. Number 1, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 2, always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Don't point the gun at something you're not willing to destroy. And number 3, always assume all guns are loaded and treat them as if they are loaded by following the 2 previous rules. If you follow those 3 rules, always, you should never have an accident. Okay, so that's it. I hope learning those 3 basic rules will help you feel more comfortable around your firearm. See you next time. Be safe.